Anna Karenina is a novel by Lev Tolstoj published in 1877. Set in the Russian upper classes between Moscow and St. Petersburg, the novel tells a story of forbidden and haunted love, but at the same time explores several themes, including oppression and one's role in society, the condition of women, and the conflict between the agricultural and urban lifestyles. The novel tells the story of Anna, who is considered the pearl of St. Petersburg high society until she leaves her husband for the charming Count Vronsky. Falling in love with each other, the two cross the line into adultery as a mundane and common pastime of the time, effectively condemning themselves to unhappiness. The novel also narrates the love story of Konstantin Levin and Kitty, solid and honest, which is continually contrasted with that of Anna and Vronsky, tainted instead by the uncertainty of the situation, and which creates havoc, retaliation, and suspicion. It is clear, therefore, that Tolstoy does not want the reader to pity Anna's situation, but to recognize her inability to truly engage in the pursuit of happiness and understanding of her own feelings, an inability that ultimately leads her to suicide. Countless film and television adaptations have been made from this work of literature. Among these, the 2012 film adaptation stands out in particular, which sought to give a truly innovative twist to the famous novel, especially in terms of directing choices. The feature film, in fact, is characterized by a peculiar narration, similar to that of a theater play, which deliberately leaves out the plausibility of the settings in favor of an evocative aesthetic rendering. The film retraces all the salient plot points, giving the characters a well-defined characterization, although many passages are only hinted at or made completely implicit. This is the third collaboration between Joe Wright and Keira Knightley, who is given the role of Anna, following her previous performances in films such as Pride and Prejudice and Atonement. The film immediately proves to be a sumptuous, saturated, aesthetically stunning work. We are in Imperial Russia in 1874. Energetic and beautiful, Anna Karenina has everything her contemporaries could ever desire. She is the wife of Karenin, a high-ranking government official to whom she has given a son, and her social standing and reputation in St. Petersburg could not be higher. Anna travels to Moscow after receiving a letter from her brother, the civil officer and womanizer Oblonsky, known as Stiva, who asks her to help save his marriage to Dolly, who has discovered his betrayal. En route from St. Petersburg, Anna meets Countess Vronsky and at the station sees her son, the handsome cavalry officer Alexei Vronsky. When they meet, a spark of mutual attraction is immediately ignited between the two. In truth, Anna and the Count had already seen each other before, but only on that precise occasion does the flame of passion burst between the two. In terms of sound, Wright's film is also a masterpiece. Dario Marianelli's beautiful soundtrack once again succeeds in entering directly into the world of the protagonists, as its melody often comes from the sounds and noises produced within the diegetic world. The tapping of a letter stamp, for example, marks the rhythm of a new piece of music. But in Anna Karenina, we are not always in theater. The wings also open up to the outside world, to natural settings, as in the case of the scene in which Levin returns home to the cold Russian steppe. In short, one is constantly amazed throughout the film, even when the surprise effect of the first half hour begins to wear off, and the viewer begins to get used to all the magnificence he sees on the screen. The film is an adaptation that is largely faithful to the source and addresses the main themes of the novel, including the condition of women in a society created in the image of man, and in which passion outside marriage is a sentence of humiliation. The theme of the clash between social classes, between agrarian and poor life and the luxury of the upper classes also comes to the surface. In short, the 2012 adaptation of this literary masterpiece gives a very original twist to this famous tale, making us passionate about Anna's unhappy story and leading us into a wonderful world that lets us escape from everyday reality.